welcome to the channel and welcome back to the Chrome Vlog. Today we have this monster 45 by 55 inch feeder. It's like literally on the side of it and it's like as tall as me. Like it's just big. We gotta polish out all the machine marks. It's kind of polished from them, but there's some really fine machine marks from their machine that turns the inside of this. So we gotta polish it up, wipe it off, tape it, get it all prepped for chrome. These are my polishing wheels. It's gonna be a little journey here to do it, but we'll get it started, and I will show you guys after I get the first part of it done. So now that we got the feeder standing up, we got to put on the hangers, and to put on the hangers you got to grind contact points. On these big ones it's got to be 4 points in every corner. We got that one, there'll be one over here, then we got 2 3 bolts over here on the back where we'll put the hanger here, and on the other side over here. To pick these up to drop them in the chrome tank, I have a hanger system that bolts into the middle of these feeders, and I pick it up with a big heavy duty chain, and then once we clamp the feeder into the middle of the chrome tank here, I'll double C clamp each side, left and right, and then we'll let it off the chain, and I'll be able to set the whole feeder up to chrome it. Alright, so now we got all 4 spots ground for the hangers. Pretty obvious difference. At least I hope it is. Alright, so now we're gonna bolt these bad boys up. They're about 70 pounds a piece. It's, let's see, it should be about 6 inches by 1 inch width. Let's bolt these bad boys up. Too long, but it's all I got, so I gotta use it. It's just kind of what it is at this point. But we're gonna go with it. Let's see. Just one for this. We'll have to go grab some more washers, but that's no problem. Grab the impact, 5/8, well 13/16, but it's 4 or 5 inch old. Here's the hanger that's going to be going on the side of the feeder here. I'll just be going through on these 2 bolts. Then at the top it has another hole where I have a clevis that goes through, and then I will hook the chain up to it. Had to grab a couple different ones out to find the right bolt pattern for this, but we got it. So now we're gonna go ahead and install those. All right, now we got the pickup points bolted on. Now we have to go find some clevises to make it where we can pick it up evenly, because you got the one on the right and the one on the left, but the one on the right is higher. This is kind of off the flange point, so we have to put more clevises or like a bigger one on the left side to then pick it up center point to make it even when we drop it in the tank. So I'll go grab some of those and be right back. All right, and there she is. She's all chained up. I got it picked up pretty balanced. Not 100% perfect, but even enough that it's gonna work for when I put it in tomorrow morning. Hey guys, so here's day 2 of putting in this big ass feeder. Just to give you guys a little size comparison, this one's a 45-55, and this is definitely a larger scale of what we do. And here's a little regular baby feeder. I think this is like a, what, a 20 by 30 or 20-20. I don't know, it's something tiny, but these are more the normal size that a shop is going to do that does this work. There's not too many places that do the big boys, you know. You can just see it right here, the one on the left, to the 2 little babies over there. So anyway, to put this feeder in, I'm going to be removing these 2 middle chrome bars so I can fit it into the middle of the tank. We're going to come over here, and once we get things situated, we're going to move some of the copper, clean the contact points with some Scotch-Brite, and just make sure we get good contact points at every corner of the feeder. These are one of the harder things to do, because if you do not get it to plate right, or you end up having problems, the chrome will not bond to the material, and you're gonna either have to strip it, which there's no strip tank that's big enough to strip this feeder, so you can't really mess this up unless you want to go through a monster process of remachining it, maybe even putting sleeve in it, whatever you're gonna do. Yeah, we just don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna get everything started up for trying to put this in, and I'll be back. All right, so now it's time to put the feeder in. I got the bars out, got the whole tank opened up. I got all my C-clamps ready. I run 2 on each bar, so it's just a lot safer having 2 C-clamps hold each corner. Got everything ready. It's time to raise it up a little more and get it over here. All right, here we go. Let's get this bad boy in. got the chain on. I'm gonna end up probably doing a time lapse for you guys so I can just get this whole setup done. I gotta lift 6-foot anodes and then crane a couple 9-footers. It's a boring process, a little scary over the thing. So I'll just knock this out and here it is. Alright, so here's the deal. I got a couple of anodes in here already. I ended up just using my other little jib crane here on the side. They're heavy enough. I can lift them in there no problem, but there's no reason to. Takes a little longer with the crane, but it is what it is at this point. I'd rather not just be tired after doing this all day. So I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse. I'll probably lift a couple anodes in and then I'll use the crane on the heavier side of them. Alright, so I got it all put together. Looks pretty good. You want to make them all even as possible around the barrel point for where I was polishing. The ends of it kind of have bigger spaces because as long as the little chrome gets over there, you just need it to cover the material. It's not a big deal. The bar I was setting everything on was sagging pretty heavy, so I got the chain wrapped around it, make sure it holds up. I'm gonna add a little more contact on the back over there just so that everything running power off this bar is just way too much for this feeder. So I'm gonna connect the 2 points over there. Alright, so now I double checked everything and we're gonna go over to the switch. We have it running for we're gonna go for a little over 11 hours. We need to get a little over 3,000 chrome, but we have a little window. So I'd rather do it once and just run a little lower voltage than I normally would, just to make sure it comes out the first time and there's no burn marks on it. Alright, and here it is running. Still adding a little water over here. Once you see that orange on the surface of the chrome water, you got action in the tank. The setup actually looks solid. So now it's gonna run 10-11 hours until I pull it out tomorrow. That's going to conclude day 2 with the feeder, and I'll see you guys in day 3. Alright, here she is. She's all done. I pulled it out yesterday and I was a dumbass and forgot about my SD card for the GoPro, so I couldn't film pulling it out, and that's obviously my bad. It came out extremely good. You got this little seepage for the chrome that comes out of all the welds, and it is what it is. You just gotta let it dry out. I'm gonna be polishing this up so that the company can come pick it up. Here it is, all done. It's all polished up. It actually shines off really good once you give it a good old polish. Hell of a lot better than when it's all dull when it comes out. So anyway, we're just gonna Do the last few little wipe downs on it, make sure all the chrome's off. It kind of just seeps off through some of the holes. And that's a wrap.